All right, 22 minutes after 10. If you just joined us, this news just in a little while ago. My team telling me protests erupting at the Sandton Convention Centre. It's the venue where SAFA's Elective Congress is taking place. Let me just give you the background before I take you there. Incumbent Danny Jordan, his deputy Riyad Ledwaba and Solly Makhlabeng are going to face off for the presidency, but there's been lots of tensions and backwards and forwards in the build-up to this. Sports reporter Tshepo Thobane, TT, good to have you with us. There you are outside, and we can't say we're all that surprised. There was an expectation of protests.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, we've seen in the lead-up for these elections, there were a lot of protests there, especially from the Riyad Ledwaba camp, who wanted these elections to not go ahead. So the elections have started. They started at 10 o'clock here inside the Sandton Convention Center. But as you can see behind me, there's a lot of people protesting against these elections from going ahead. With me, I'm joined by some of the members who are against these elections. I'm joined by former Mamelodi Sundowns midfielder Lavas Muhlala, who's also part of this delegation who are against the elections. Lavas, tell us, why are you guys picketing here?
And I'm here, the reason why I'm here is because of the future of our kids. South Africa has changed. We're not a football nation. We just love football, and we love football from a distance. And I think that if Danny Jordan continues leading, this country is just going to be another thing. Football doesn't have triple BEE. Football, it has to be white, black, colored, Indian. But what I'm here for, I'm here to support change. Not any individual, but I'm here to support change. And I think there are a lot of former players that are scared to show themselves up because of they waiting to see what direction does the water go to. And I stood against Sticks Morewa. I stood against Natasha Chiklas when I was still playing football. And I'm here to support the public. This is about the public. It's not about any individual. And I think that if South Africa is serious about the future for our kids, we have kids here that needs to know that they need to have they need to know that they will make it in professional level when they grow up. But we have 16 teams in a population of 60 million. We have 16 teams in the NFD. And I mean, football is not there. We have Khetleng Refir in Northwest. It's got four in the LFA. There are 4 teams. There's no junior league. We have in Moretela, we have 8 teams, no junior league. Now, where is football going? The only famous thing that we know these days is drugs. Football is no more famous. Football is against technology, alcohol, and drugs. But what are we doing about it? We complain about SAFA only, but it's not about SAFA. Department of Education must bring school sports back. We need to start football from the age of 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. But now, we only talk about under 12. We talk about the national team. Now we hear in Morocco, the ladies have landed. The ambassador is getting $190 a day. And they're not getting any incentives. I mean, the carrot cake that they just got, that was promised by Danny Jordan, the 9.2, where is it coming from? All this time there was no 9.2. Now Danny Jordan is talking about 22 teams in the PSL. Why didn't he say that before? Guys, I'm not going to be bought like David Nyati. I'm pointing David Nyati. I'm not going to be bought by like David Nyati. I'm not going to be bought by like Buddha Matate. I don't need to be impressed by anyone that's going to take over from SAFA. But I'm saying, I will fight for the generation that is coming after me. I know former players, you're scared to show yourself up. And those who think that by sitting there not doing anything, it will actually defeat poverty on your side. I always show myself whenever I believe something is right. I'm not here to support any individual, but I'm here to support football. And I hope people that are in here, they are going to do justice to football. So we cannot have 52 people actually destroying the whole country.
That was interesting points. Now the elections are obviously, they have started. So if it comes out that Danny Jordan gets re-elected for the third term, how are you going to welcome those news?
Before I can even come into Danny Jordan has borrowed money from FIFA so that he can pay this ordinary and whatever to these guys. These guys, their tummies, they have empty stomach, they need money. And they only vote, they don't vote with their president, they're voting with their tummies. I mean, if Danny Jordan goes back, we'll make sure that football cannot be ungovernable. Football cannot go on. If I'm telling you, I lived my life in Alexandra, and the way we defeated the apartheid regime, that's how we must defeat Danny Jordan. Nelson Mandela said we must fight the current government the way we fought the apartheid regime.
Thank you so much, Lovers. Well, Gareth, as you've heard from Lovers, they are totally against the regime of Danny Jordan. It remains to be seen what's going to happen if Danny Jordan gets re-elected today.
Yeah, and also extra security being called in, I understand, as well, Tshepo Thobane, ahead of this Congress. I think there was this expectation of some sort of protest, and there you are, right in the middle of it for a sports reporter, Tshepo Thobane. We'll go back to TT again a little bit later. We're going to stay on